record this. Okay, so I'll try to watch for Night Fighter's comments. I'm not going to have them on with me, but he chooses to play the London system, and he was telling me about it, that he ended up pitching a pawn right out of the opening, and the game looks basically even. Now Black decides he wants to take some of the pressure off, which is coming this way, so he offers a bishop trade. Now you could have played here to stop that. Let's look at that for a moment. Okay. Now if Black really wants that diagonal closed, he can do it. I mean, the diagonal I'm talking about is this one. So let's just come up with a plan for Black to close that diagonal. Okay. He would take, and now he can play e5. But this comes at a price. He's weakened some squares here. So let's just put this knight here, and now you're menacing his, you might be menacing his king position, and we can maybe redeploy this knight up to d5, and now this bishop is not a good piece, but I think you're looking pretty good as far as dominating the light squares. Now in the meantime, Black might be able to sink a knight into d4. Let's look at this. Okay, now he kicks. Now we come back to do what I was saying, and let's give a check just as we can. Okay, now here it comes. Okay, so now what are we going to do? Let's put the queen on d1. This is a strong knight. You don't have this square anywhere, but you have this one. I mean, this is still pretty even. I just thought of this idea and thought we'd examine it. It's a fight. He does get his knight into here, whereas here we're crawling all over d4. So to save your bishop, you would have to trade. But I thought the way you did it was okay. And now you're threatening a checkmate, one that your opponent must deal with. And I don't know. At first I thought this was risky because your king may come under attack. Let's not play that for a moment. Let's think about it. Okay. What you're trying to do with this is bring this rook into play. Okay, that's what the idea is, right? But let's also think about it. It's now Black's turn, and you still have to go 2 more moves before you can double the rooks. Okay, so here you realize you can't take back with the pawn without running into a lot of trouble. Okay. So what I'm saying is maybe the king is just safer here right now. Let's hold castling, because there's still 2 more moves before you can even, like I say, double. What else can we do here? All right. Well, we have this square open now because we pushed e5. Let's just bring this knight in. Okay. Now, if he trades, he's going to chase the queen. Yes, but that's just going to help your queen go where you want to go, or for that matter, you could even attack the knight. Although it's just going to help this knight get back in the game. Let's just go here. Now, if he takes, let's just go throw this at him. Hi, hello, Mr. King. I want to checkmate you. How is Black going to handle that? Well, I don't think he's going to. You know, I think you just
Check.
I think you just get him in a
Checkmate.
mate. Now, granted, none of this was forced, but see, I'm trying to get you. I'm trying to get you geared for using this and this. Okay, so it was important for the knight to move to clear this square for the queen. Now we can get to this diagonal this way, but we don't get the knight in play. So knight e4. And, you know, if he takes this way, you know, your queen still has access to this diagonal by way of c1. Okay, so let's come back. Let's come back to what I was doing. And he goes here. Now we just do this. Now this is a threat. How is black going to deal with that? He can't chop you out with this. You know, at some point he might have to play h5. Well, this just leads to some attacking chances for you. You know, he can't take this pawn because kaboom. And it appears that black is going to find a way to get checkmated again. So, I mean, are you that close to a checkmate? You know, you castled at move 14, and we're close to a checkmate. Here at move 18, you seem to be getting a checkmate. I don't see a defense. You know, there's two different mates here, and even here, you know, we don't have to stop here. We can just go directly, even though it mates, we can just go directly here. So, how does black deal with knight e4? You're clearing this square for the queen. Okay, let's try this move. Okay, but now when you play queen d2, if he plays here, suddenly we have this move.
Check.
And I think he's getting mated again.
Checkmate.
Or he's giving up his queen. See, so it's that close. It's that close to being a win for white. So knight e4. Let's try this. Okay, now what do you want to do here? Can we ignore that knight like we did before? How does black stop the mate? You know, this doesn't work.
Check.
Check. And checkmate.
Checkmate.
So let's back this up. E4, queen d2. How does he defend this position? Let's back up. Maybe I have a way. Okay, knight e4. Let's try f5. I'm trying to get some lateral defense to here. Okay, and well, now you get to take en passant. Okay, now he can take with the bishop. Okay, so maybe we found a defense for black after all, but there's a price he's paying. Now let's see. The price is the weak pawn on e6. You know, we can threaten it with queen here, right? We can put the queen here and gain a tempo on the knight, then move the knight somewhere if it's safe, and hit this. So it looks like, from what I can tell, f5 is his only move. Now you don't have to take en passant. Now, I don't think this idea works anymore because he gets a lateral defense. See, now you're down a piece. Although he still has some attacking chances here. You know, if you could play this, if he's silly enough to take that, you got a back rank mate. But you know, he'll probably just go defend and attack at the same time. You know, he's attacking your queen. He doesn't care if you take this. He's going to take your queen off. And he's going to take your knight off. You're down two pieces. You don't have enough. So f5 seems to be forced. And, you know, this can't be bad for you. Now you may even want to, since he's building up a defense, you may just want to stop in castle kingside. Now you're not going to be subject to threats of his on the c-file. Okay, and this remains weak. If he takes, just going to take with the knight. If he wants to part with the bishop, that's fine. You have an isolated pawn, but he has a couple of hanging pawns in the center. This knight remains out of play. You can try to get it back in the game. But let's go pressure the knight. Okay. Let's go attack the pawn. Okay. Now, that's a nice outpost for you if you can get there. Knight here to here. We're on the right track. What does black have going for him? We can get the knight into e4 maybe, but we have to watch out for this. But that shouldn't be a problem. I mean, it's a small advantage white. So f5. f5 is forced. I couldn't find another defense. Let's try this. How does he stop the mate? Maybe he found a way. But I mean, your attack is strong here still. Let's see. That stops queen. Well, no, it doesn't stop queen here. I don't know. This is a threat. So he doesn't have time for this because he loses his queen. So anyway, it looks like knight e4 was a great move. Castling entailed some risk, and now you're dropping a pawn.
Check.
Okay, he keeps his pawn. Now, what am I missing? Did you take? Why don't you take? Now get your pawn back. This check goes nowhere. This check goes nowhere. Do you find this troublesome? Well, we can stop and punt. Yeah.
Hang on 1 second.
Okay, so let's see. Yes.
Can you get the clothes out of the dryer?
Oh, sorry, I'll do that in a few minutes. Sorry, I got a message there. So you didn't take the pawn.
Check.
But now you're still down a pawn. Now you're getting one back. Now, why not take? Oh, wait. There's a check down here. Let's see.
Check.
Could be a nuisance.
Check.
Let's see. But you're gonna eventually. I think you're gonna get this one back. He has to take this at some point. Let's see.
Check.
Now your king is ultra aggressive. Okay, anyway. Now why not just take this? Your pawn up. I mean, you know, I don't see what he has. I mean, your pawn up. Okay, so you lost some time going after this thing, and then you lose your pawn.
Check.
Now I
Check.
see the material.
Check. 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 Check.
And, you know, you have enough to hold.
Check.
He can't, he has to go after your pawn.
Check.
And, you know, your king makes it back in time. Anyway, he's trying his best to keep your king out, but it's not going to work, you know. Now you've got him in the, you're going to stalemate him. He decides, no, I'll stalemate you.
Check.
And there you have it. But there were some chances in there. Okay, unfortunately I have to take a quick break again.